Hey guys, Jonah here, back with another beer review, and this one is the first of the Sundowners Ferment magazine by Beer 52, but nothing in the magazine about this brewery, which is not unsurprising these days. We'll see what we get. Here we go. It is Wiper and True. It is called Prism. Doesn't say anything on the front apart from that is obviously a prism. It's obviously a pink prism, which is a bit gay, but never mind. There you go. It's a West Coast Pilsner, which is absolutely crazy. It says this beer combines the balanced malt flavors of a Pilsner with crisp and satisfying hop bitterness of a West Coast IPA. The finished beer is moorish, smooth, very rewarding, with notes of pine, and citrus. What have we got in there? Water, malt, hops, and yeast. So that's it. 5.8% on ABV, which is cool. And from doing a little bit of digging, oh, it's got a gold top. The hops are Laurel, Idaho 7, Mittelfrüh, and Tahi. So a bit of a combination. Yeah, not all West Coast, let's say. So see what we get. A West Coast Pilsner, like really weird. Boom. I'd love to know what the actual malts are in this bad boy. Oh, it's very fizzy. My goodness me. Should have gone for a gentler pour, but this has been in the fridge for a couple of days. My goodness me. Look at that. That's ridiculous. Okay. So this is going to be one of those ones. I'm always surprised when I get a beer like this, because it just says to me that the quality control on here is like non-existent. That, dear viewer, this is a perfect example. If you've been following me for a while, this is why I put my beers in the fridge from Beer 52, because things like this happen. Right, so let's have a quick look. I mean, that's not going to go for a while, but I might be able to drink through the foam. It's hazy, very hazy. So, number one, a Pilsner beer is not supposed to be hazy. Number two, a West Coast beer is not supposed to be hazy. So, on the first hurdle, this beer has failed miserably. The colour's okay. I'd say this is more Pilsner colour than West Coast. Yeah, in fact, Mittelfrüh, obviously a German Pilsner or German lager hop. But they were making a big deal that it was the malts that were the Pilsner. So we've got malt and hops that are Pilsner, and they just chucked a few extra hops in. I think that's what it is. Anyway, my God. Let me try and drink. Yeah, I usually, or sometimes, I wait and I do a two-parter. But no, I'm going to drink through the foam, because this is a German beer, I reckon. And obviously Wiper and True are in the UK. I can't remember where they're from. I think, is it West Country they're from? Somewhere like that. It says French there. Yeah, Bristol. There you go. Wiper and True Bristol. I'll have to go over to Bristol again. It's been a couple of years since I've been there. And it is quite a cool place to go when you're drinking beers. Right. Cheers and beers, dear viewer. Wish me luck for this bad boy. Let's see what we get. Oh, I better go in for a nose test, eh? Very light, very citrusy. Yeah, yeah. A hint of pine, perhaps. But yeah, Not too bad. Right, let's go for a drinky. Oh, yeah, look at that. Some of the head has fallen down already. I'm not going to get much on foam watch apart from the damn foam. So this is quite a zesty beer. Reasonable bitterness, quite light. It's got that kind of chalky thing going on that I always I always think has something to do with the dextrin malt. Gives it that kind of chalky kind of taste. I'm not sure why, but it does something, and the hops pick it out as well. But yeah, not too bad. Quite refreshing. I can see why they put this in the sundowners, sun chasers thing. Sorry, I'm going to say sundowners because yeah, don't let your sun go down on me. That's what Elton John used to say, isn't it? Um, unless your son uh, was David Furnish, of course. Um, yeah, lemon zestiness. Weirdly, for a West Coast in inverted commas style, it's not hoppy enough. Um, the bitterness that IBUs could be up there a little bit. It's not superbly bitter, superbly hoppy, but yeah, they just haven't put enough hops in it. That's yeah, that's why. Oh my God, West Coast lager. I mean, it's almost like calling it IPA lager or lager IPA. Where is this going to end, dear viewer? This just rotten description of beers. It's just, as a consumer, I feel like it's slapping me in the face. It's offensive to me, calling beers just ridiculous names. Um, yeah, nuts. But yeah, actual beer wise, really nice, really zesty, um, really refreshing. 5.8, I think it was. That is pretty good for a lager of any type. Not not far off being an IPA. If you'd just call this an IPA, um, that would have been a bit more accurate. I would have thought. But yeah, West Coast lager. It's just I kind of understand what they were doing, but it's just ridiculous in my opinion. Um, I think this beer would have probably sold better. It just called it an IPA with Pilsen malt. Very bizarre. Um, yeah, overcarbed. Of course, that was a big problem. The haziness for me is a problem. Well, calling it a Pilsen or calling it a West Coast lager, again, those two things don't really go with a hazy beer. Yeah, I mean, don't know. Don't know what you're doing. You're calling it. I bet you, if you go to the tap room in of Wiper and True, they've probably got 5 or 6 different IPAs, and they thought, Jesus, we can't put another IPA on. I know. We'll come up with another name, and it maybe people will go for that just because of the name. And when they drink it, oh, it's just more generic hazy IPA. Um, does that make me jaded? I guess it does, but yeah, not sure. Not sure about this one. And there it goes. I'm going to call it there because if I pour some more into the glass, it's just going to foam up again. And yeah, there we go. Wiper and True Prism. Not really what it says it is, but not bad beer. But I'm going to score it down a bit because of the pretentiousness that they've called it. This has been Unclejona, drinking beers purely for your entertainment. Please consider subscribing and all that kind of jazz. And I'll be back with another beer review, and that'll be coming up real soon.